recording. Okay, continue guys, it's recording now. So for today class we are going to build a dashboard, right? Dashboard. So for building dashboard, we divide in 3 different sections, right? In dashboard we're gonna have the latest issue, then the summary of the issue, right? We have like open, close, and the in progress, right? So that's summary, how many is open, how many is closed, and how many is in progress. So that's summary, and the chart, right? Building chart. Okay, so there is 3 different component we're going to build, and that component we're going to bring to our front page, right? Like localhost 3000, the app page. Okay, app page. While building the chart, right? Bar chart, we can call it building bar chart or whatever. Rechart library. Okay, there is a library called rechart, right? That is what we're going to use. All right, so this is the 3 components we're going to work on now, right? The first one is basically building the issue summary component, right? Summary, here building the latest issue. Latest issue means what? Let's say I added 5 issue today, right? Or 6 issues. So I want to display that latest 5 or 6 issue in my the latest one, right? So in my dashboard. Okay, that is what we're going to do. So in the app, right? Because dashboard is what? Dashboard is our, let's say, the front page. Okay, so when we load our page, right, that is the app. Here in the app section we have the page, correct? So when we load our page, here will be our dashboard. Okay, dashboard, right? So we're going to import all that 3 component, and then just arrange it, right? With somehow maybe in the grid something. We still have to do some work, still pending, so we're gonna work on right now. So first let's start with the latest issue, right? Latest issue. Okay, so because this all components is not going to use any other places, right? Only for dashboard right now. I mean, we can keep it in the components, but because these are close to the page, right? App page, so let's leave it here. Okay, but we can even make one. We have already component, we can add in the component. It's up to you guys, but me, I will just leave it here. So let's look at the latest issue, right? So in latest issue, what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna just like we're gonna display in a card, right? 5 items. Okay, 5 items. So how are we gonna display 5 items? I mean, first we know how to fetch data. That is one thing, right? The second one is creating a card, a box, right? Kind of box. Inside the box, so first we fetch card, right, from the Redux UI. Look at here. So we have card, table, because I want to display things in the table, right? Flex and heading. So this card component will give us some kind of box, kind of like just nice box, right? One box. Okay, we don't need to like put div and then style that. No need to do that. From Redux UI pre-built card, we can use that. So first element is heading, that is also from Redux UI. You can give size, you can give margin bottom, and if you want add some border bottom text, you can make it whatever different color you can decide, right? Simple, very simple heading. Next is table, right? Table. So we use table, remember last time, right? While displaying all our issue, same thing here. Okay, you have table root, table body. Inside the body, because we're not gonna put like heading and all that here, right? So inside the body just put square curly bracket, and then map through the issue, right? The data, maybe 5 or 6 issue we're gonna map through and display in each row. So inside here, right, when you map through, remember callback function, you have table row, each row, and inside that row there will be cell, right? So this cell is basically each row is going to have a cell, right? And that cell is going to hold our data. When you put a cell, it gives like some kind of border and all that. So what are the data we're going to display? We're going to display the status. Remember the issue status badge we built the component before? There you just pass the status, right? And then and then title of the issue. That's it. So the title of the issue, right, will be, we're gonna put the link, okay, like issues slash ID, right? If you put the link here in issues slash ID of the issue, when we have issue, right, it will take us to that, the details, issue details page, correct? For when you click on that, right, it will bring us to the details page. So if you go to the issue here, ID, and here is the details page, correct? So issues slash ID will go to this page, and that is our issue details page. Clear? So that is all right. And just call the component, and you display that. You just pass the status. Okay. So when you map, right, the point here is when you map this issue, how we get that? Look at here. So latest issue, I mean here, right? So this is a function called basically function, right? Asynchronous function, const issues await prisma.issue, right? Find many, and then order by. So you have to, when you find many, right, you just add order, because we just want the latest one. So you, by date, right, just pass the query, right, or basically pass the, what you call that, the command in descending order. So you getting the last one first, right? This, when you make it in descending order, so last one will be in the beginning, and that from there you just take the take 5, right? So this is the Prisma command, the way we query, right? So remember we use find menu where ID equal to something, before we used to pass ID. Now here we pass created at, that is one of the issue property, right? Created at, correct? And there you give some kind of like descending or ascending, you can pass that command. Okay, so it will give us the latest issue. Okay, so that is our latest issue component. We have this variable, right, issues, and that issue we're gonna map through here. So we have 5 items, we map through and display that, right? So that is done. Okay, that is all we have in this, what you call that, latest issue field. I think this is very simple one. Okay, so what else we're gonna do here now, right? Let me think. Let me see. I think there was something more. Okay, fine. Yeah, so that is done, right? So let's look at our, not done, but let's look at the result of this, right? What happened? Okay, first we're going to check the result. So right now in my page, what I will do, right, I'm going to comment this out, guys, because I want to go one by one, not all at a time, right? So let's just check out latest issue. Okay, save this. So in the main section you can see the latest issue, right? And that is what we're gonna look at our in our dashboard. Okay, so npm run development, and then after we can look at once we look at our result, then we decide that what we can do more. Okay, so localhost 3000, and that will give us our front page. It is straightforward. I mean, there is nothing complex in this one. Okay, very easy, right? You just get 5 issue, and then you loop through that and display in nice box, right? So look at here, that is all, so you have all that 17, 16 last 5 issue, and there is the status, right? Also, so all they are open right now. You can see that, and see, this is the heading, right? Latest issue, and in that heading I added the border on the bottom, right? Like for example, if I can go back here and you know this is the color purple. You can change even border color, all that you can do here in this one. Okay, so that is done now, right? Okay, the next thing is, even we can display here, right? We can display the, look at this box. Okay, that box component from this Redux UI is that box. Okay, what you see there. So I want to display the user, right? Assign user to this okay, this component. So let's first assign someone, right? So I'll click on this, and we know we're gonna go to the details page, right? And we're gonna assign to me for now. Okay, go to dashboard again, and I will assign this one also to me, and go to dashboard again, and maybe last one. Okay, assign to me, good, and go to dashboard, right? So I have assigned, I want to display the user, right? Whoever is assigned, this bug assigned to here. Okay, in the right side. So how are we going to do that? Okay, so basically need to fetch user, right? How are we going to do? So there is simple trick here. Okay, we have to apply, right? Let me see. So we are fetching data here, correct? So in this one, right, what we're gonna go back and say, like next property, call it include, right? Include, and it will take the object, and inside here we say, we just call the, assign to user, right? Okay, and make it true. Okay, true, fine. That is all we have to do, and you have access, right? This issue, now you got user also here. Okay, you're gonna find the user inside here as well. So what is saying now, right? Okay, so so it's complaining about the type any. So what we're gonna call, because this will be, right, the array. Okay, let me define the type here. I think I'll just put here, right, and then make it something like that. Fine, I mean, just not to complain, right? But here, we can define all the field, right? Or what we can do is, we can call the issue, issue, right? So that will be, issue is an object, right? And maybe we can put array here. Yeah, I hope that will work. Okay, so that is fine, because this issue already have the object, all the field here we need, that, like id assigned to user id, all that, right? We got. So assigned to user, right, and true, you make it that. Once we have done that, right, then we're gonna go back here, and then remember, I want, let's say, what we're gonna do now, right? There is a heading, this table. Okay, so because inside this table, right, we gonna have, there is a flex, that is the title and the badge, right, correct. So on the right side I want that issue, so let me create one more flex box here, right, and let's see how we can organize that. So we can call it maybe justify between, so it will push, away, right, between. Good. The next step is calling maybe avatar, right, avatar from Redux UI, let's call that one. I mean, we had the in the navbar, right, but let's call it, no problem here, avatar, and it needs, we need to pass some props here now. And what is that? So in the source we gonna call the issue dot assign, right, assigned to user. Now we're gonna get that assigned to user, a user, I believe, not ID but just user, right, and dot image, and that will be, I think, optional, right. So why is not assigned to user? Okay, I believe something is not correct, so I have to remove this one from here. Let's not put that. So I mean, we map through here, right, we map through here, we get issue assigned. So now what is the complaint? Assigned to user is here, right, issue, and then there is assigned to user, and from there we're gonna grab this image, right. Yeah, that is fine. Image, we're gonna get that. We got that. Next step is let's add fallback also. If there is no image, then add something fallback, and that will be maybe the question mark, right, question mark, and source. I don't know why it's complaining, man. It should be okay. Issue dot assigned to user, okay, dot, I want image, that's nice, okay. I mean, if there is no image, can we put that? Yeah, I think now it's fine. So avatar, now what we're gonna put here, right, maybe size, let's give a size, okay, of the avatar, right, that we're gonna make it around 2, and maybe make it the radius, right, let's give a radius of full. So let's check now, right, so see, here is the flex box, the first flex box on the left side, and this will move to the right side, okay, and justify between an item, we can make it in the center, right, item, let's add item, justify, and then align, right, align, yeah, align center, I believe, center. Okay, so hopefully things will be fine now, right. So look at that. So you see now, you got now, right, all this guy here, 3 people assigned. So this I will make it a little bit more big, so let's make it 4. Yeah, so now that's okay. So if there is no image, you can get some fallback, and that is all right. So that was the first component, so we have done that now, right. Let's commit this, so we can call it what, latest issue, right, latest issue component. So now we're gonna move to the I will commit this one for now. I will commit it, not commit but comment, right? And let's move to the issue summary. Okay, so we're gonna build in isolation, right, one by one. So issue summary now, right? Issue summary. So in issue summary, it's gonna have three box inside the card, right? Like open, progress, and close, and there will be the number, right? Count how many is open, how many is closed, how many is in progress. So you can check now here, right? It should display. So something like open, issue, in progress, and close, right? This is what we're gonna build. Okay, even we can wrap this in a box, or this is a card, right? So we can add another card, put in one big box, we can do that. But anyway, so you can see now, right? So let's build this one. So that is summary here, right? So now see what you see here, right? These things, these three text, open, issue, that is a label. Okay, so what we did, we design our object right here. Look at this. This is a container, right? Okay, so first let's talk about this design. Okay, container, and there is a array with three object, label, open, issue, and value is open, and status is this is status, right, which coming from the our status in the Prisma, remember? So this name must match with that status, right, in progress and close, because this is what we're going to use to fetch data later. Okay, so just using this one, right, we're going to display our in the box. We're just going to get the label, right? So look at here what we have done. There is a flex box or flex container, right? You map through the container each item, that is callback function or arrow function here, each object container, and in the card, right, that is the key. When you map, you must put the key, and there is a flex with the link now, right? So that link gonna have that label here. Okay, that is a link. So inside this flex there is two item, link and the text. In this text box we have the value, that number what you see, right? So how we gonna get number later I will explain. Okay, but that is all here, that is all, right? That is all we have to understand. Very simple but difficult to remember, right? So you have to practice. So I mean, we just simple array with the three object, you map through that and display that label and the value. So value will be dynamic and label is also right now dynamic, but this value we're gonna get later, because if you look at the way we have designed, right, this is the parameter coming from our props. Look at here, open, in progress, and close, right? Close. Why? Because when you call this component in the page, right, what we will do here, right, we have to pass that three props, open, in progress, and closed. What is this open? The open will be the data, right? That, so look at also the one thing more, the here, because when you pass any props you must define that the type of data. So open is number, in progress is number, and close is number. Why? So in our page we're gonna get all this data one by one. How? Let's check now. So this is the home page, correct? This is the home page, and I just want to separate all this. Let's make it separate, right? So the first one is open. So we're gonna fetch data here, right? Simple, very simple. Open await prisma dot count. So this is the home page. Okay, we have async here. So in the Prisma, you go to the issue, right? This is the Prisma, where you're gonna get data. So this time we're not doing find all, find many, whatever, right? Find unique, no, count, and you pass where status is open. See, it will just count how many is there, maybe 10, 20. Put store in this open. Same thing for in progress, and same thing for closed. Good. So you get this 3 number. Now you pass here as a props to your issue summary. So that number will be displayed in the, in our page here. So when you call this component, you're passing all these 3 props, and that is what is used here, in our data here. Look at the link that is a label. The value, look at the value. What is value? For each, when you loop through that here, right, the value is this open, in progress, and status. Sorry, the close, what you getting as a props here from the dashboard. So done. That is all, and because you have a card, this card is looping how many times? 3 times, because you have 3 object here. So that's why you see that 3 box, right? So either you can store this in another card, right, or you can just give one card more here if you want, but no need for that. I don't think we need. Okay, leave it. No need, right? Fine. You just have wrap in the flex box. There is a gap, margin bottom 4. So done. Issue summary. Okay, so the last one is chart, right? We're going to talk about chart now. Let me comment this out and open the chart. So in the chart, right, what we're going to do is we have to install the, what is that? Let me check here. That this one. Okay, when you guys open this, right, you will get here the recharts.com, right? So there will be npm install recharts. Okay, you just do the npm install recharts. What is that? Npm install recharts. That is all you have to do, right? Once you install that, I have installed already. Okay, so once you install that, so let's go to our component and start building, right? So this will be client component. Here is a client component. Okay, now from the recharts we get all this component: responsive container, bar chart, x-axis, y-axis, and bar, right? This 5 items or 5 component we just get from the recharts. Very easy. These are the recharts component. Get that. We're gonna use card also, right, to make a box. Fine. Now remember this chart, right, is going to use the same process what we have done in the summary. That 3, like we're gonna get 3 data, right? Remember here, this data open, in progress, and close. We're gonna use this 3 data. Okay, so later we're gonna pass that in our rechart like this. Look at here, because you want to display how many is open, how many in progress, how many close. You want to make a bar chart. So that is good. We have already here. We're gonna pass it as a props. So when you have props, you must define the props here. So all they are a number, same thing, and just put it like this here. So we have this 3 data, right? Now we need to display the name, like which one is open, which one is progress, which one is close, right? And also pass the value in this data. You just need value and the data, right? You just have to create this. Okay, and we're going to use that data array, right, in our chart here. So see how we're going to work, how it work now. You have a box that is card. In responsive container, right, that is the part of bar chart. Okay, the rechart here, right? That is a part of rechart. We put width, give it width 100% and height whatever you want, right? Let's make it 300. Okay, then after that we call the bar chart component and you pass the data, that data, right? So that will be the name in the horizontal axis, x-axis, and that value will be the graph, right? Like how many is there, like it will just, the graph kind of bar, right? You're going to display. So first in the bar chart you pass the data props. In the x-axis, that is the label. So you have this, these are the property of the bar chart. Okay, I mean here, right? Call it data key, that is label. So that will be the label, right? Okay, it will take label automatically. Then y-axis just put there, nothing, no need to do anything, right? And in the bar, data key will be value, and the bar size, give the size, right? I mean if you don't give, it will be very fat, right? So let's make it like a small bar. Okay, so if I make it 100 here, right? Maybe see how much big you're gonna see. And the style, you can add some style here, right? So let's see how it looks right now, and close that bar chart and the responsive container and our card, right? So let's see if this work. So look at here, right? Because open issue has many, progress is 1, close is 1. Okay, I think 2, there is 2 close. So you can make this small, right? Maybe 60 or 40, like that, just shrink down. Clear? So nice, we got this bar chart also, right? So we have our 3 component ready to go, right? Very ready to go. So what we will do now in our page, let me see, right? I think we're gonna just use grid and flex and then style that. Okay, that is what we're gonna do. Let's see. Yes, I think we're gonna use flex or grid will be fine. So let me open all this. Now you guys get the idea, right? What happened here? Most of the work we have done before is just putting things together, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna call the grid. So let's import right here. We don't have right now, so let's import grid flex from Redux UI. Okay, Redux UI theme, right? Yeah. So here I'm gonna put a grid, right? And inside my grid, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make in the large screen, right? I'm gonna make 2 column, the 2 column, right? The first column is going to have a, let's say, what I'm going to put in the first column, right? Let me how I'm going to arrange. So maybe this. Okay, so let's put summary, right? Summary and the chart in the 1 row. I think, yeah, that will be better. 1 row. Let me think, guys. So how I mean we can arrange anywhere, that does not matter. So let me summary and chart we're gonna put there, right? So okay, let's do that, no problem. So what I will do, I'm gonna add flex here, and I will put the, because I want to arrange this also, right, in a column most likely, and then put this one inside here. Okay, so let's say grid. So what I'm saying now, right, I have 2 items, right, for the grid, 2 children. I just want to make left and right in the large screen. So I will say column, no, not children, column, right? columns. Oh my god, COLU columns, right? Click on that. So in the columns, because I'm going to do the responsive, right? For initial, for mobile, it will be one, only one column, okay? But for MD, large screen, right, I'm gonna have two column. Clear? So I must put the comma because this is object. So done, that is done, right? Now in the flex, for the large screen, right, I'm gonna make it maybe column. I mean, yeah, it will be always column, right? So let's make it columns. Direction, sorry, direction, because this is a flex, right? So flex direction will be column, okay? Column. And let's give some gap, right? Gap of maybe 5. That is fine. What else we can do now, right? So gap of 5. Even here also we can add a gap, right, in the grid. Gap of 5. Good. So let's check now. Come on. So we get error, right? Network error. What is that? There is something not working, so it will just take some time. Okay, we got now, right? Good to go. Look at here. So the first one inside the flex is a one column, right? And on the right side you have the latest issue. So this is our dashboard, guys. This is our dashboard. Go to issue. Right here you can go to the next page. Fine, you can go add new issue. So I will call it maybe, let's say, bug 18, and this is the new issue, need to fix quick. Submit. So now, right, if I go to the dashboard, see, you get that 18, just the one I just created, right? If I click here, so that this is the new issue, need to fix quick, okay? And let me assign to me, right? Now let's go to the dashboard, and you're gonna see that here soon. What is that? It did not. Okay, so maybe I have to refresh the page sometimes. Let me click, go back. So it did not assign. Okay, now, right? So sometimes the hot reloading is not happen, right? Okay, but maybe next time when you refresh is here. So I mean, you can see now, right, things are working fine. Okay, so let's commit. Well, I forgot to commit the last time, right? In the last summary and chart, you know, so let's commit both together. So summary and chart, okay. So the next step now, right? What is the next step, guys? What we're gonna do next? I think we need to fix some stuff, right, before we do the hosting, okay? Optimization, right? Optimization means basically SEO, search engine optimization, okay? So what is that, right? So, you know, every website, right, you're gonna see the title and some description, how we add in our Next.js project. That is point here. Okay, so I'll close all this. Let's do that one. So we have 3 places, right, where we displaying our page. The first one is this page, correct? So here you're gonna find, so we don't have here anything, right, in our home page. So what we can do is here, right? So we're gonna say let's see, optimization. So, you know, what we're gonna do is we're gonna render, right, or maybe export the metadata. Okay, so if you look at the Next.js documentation, let's look at now, right? Optimizing image, font. See, all these things are optimizing. Okay, so we're talking about the metadata for now. Simply we do this one, right? So export const metadata and title and description, that is what we do, right? So you have to import this one. Okay, so let's do that. In the top we import that, and somewhere we're gonna just put this, right? So we can put on the top or maybe bottom, does not matter. Let's leave it here on the top. Oh, sorry, no need. So metadata title, right? So I will call it what we're gonna call this, right? So issue tracker dashboard, right? This is issue tracker, maybe dash. This is dashboard, so that is what we need, right? So description. So description, normally you put like less than 165 character. Okay, like you don't need to put so many keywords. Always try to keep below 165 character. View a summary, but I will put here small. Okay, summary of project issue, right? Issues. Done. So that is finished, right? Same thing we're gonna do in our. So the next step is, where is our next page, right? So let's look at now inside the issue, in the list of item, right? All the list of the issue. So in page here we're gonna put that. So maybe we just put it on the bottom also, not a problem. It complains, so you have to import that. So on the top here we say import meta data, right, from Next. Is that okay? From Next, yeah. So we got that now, right? So in this one we can call it issue tracker issue list, maybe, right? List one. Okay, so we call it issue list. Okay, done. And here we gonna say view all project list, right? View all project issue lists, something like that, list. Done. That will be the description for now. Okay, so the next one we have, right, in our, so that too is done. Okay, that is finished. The next one is the details page. Okay, and there we fetching the data dynamically, like when you click on each issue, right, then you are going to the database and getting each issue details. So when you are fetching data, even in the blog, right, when you have blogs, many blogs, and somebody will click on the blog like link, they will get the details of the blog. There you want to have a title with the title of the blog and all that. So that means we have to create our metadata dynamically. Okay, right? So how are we going to do that? Let me check quickly here. So dynamic metadata, right? So I mean, there is so many things. I don't know if we need all this. Resolving metadata, maybe I have no idea, but I'll just copy this one. Okay. So we have to do all these things, right? But so that is generate metadata, right, function. Okay, so I will just, what I'm going to do now, right? Let me see. and then we're going to return title, and the even open graph, whatever they write, that image something you're going to return. Okay, so let's try, right? Let's try something simple. So that is our issue details page. What I will do here, right? First I will import metadata from Next. I hope we're gonna use that or not. And then here, right, I will say export, and then this will be async function. Okay, so I'll just write it async async, and function, the function name, the function name will be always, remember, it must be same, right? Like here cannot be different. Okay, meta data, right? Like that. And then you're going to pass the params here. So the params will be equal to props, right? So we have to define the props also. Params, because remember we need to get an ID, right, from the browser. Okay, so props, fine. So can we define, we have here already, props. Yeah, here, see that props, because that is what we are using here to get the data, fetching data, right? Exactly, this is what we need. Yeah, exactly. So let's copy this line, right, and put it here. Fine. So I have an issue now, right? This is the issue, where id equal to params.id here. So this is repeating now, see that the way we're fetching this data is repeating. So I think we have to solve this, right? We're fetching there, we're fetching here. That means you try to fetch data twice, and that is useless, right? Not good idea. So now we're just going to return. Okay, return title, and the title will be issue, right? Issue dot title, because we have title, right? Correct. So this issue dot title, and why it's complaining, what is saying now, right? So if null, then I can put here. Yeah, I know I have issue there, and then I gonna have a comma, right? And then description I will add, and that will be again, let's put some details here, right? So details of issue, right? Issue, and maybe we can add the, for now let's add the ID, right? We don't have any details, so let's put the issue ID. Okay, issue dot ID, and okay. So if I put here also question mark, right, is that complaining? No, that is fine. So good to go. I mean, that is all, right? So once you create metadata, we have to restart our server. Okay, and then check, right, if these are displaying or not, everything is coming in our page or not. Okay, but before we go, right, I want to fix this one, this problem. How are we going to do that? I think so. What we can do, right, to optimize this, let me see. So we are using that here. Okay, so why not we can write a function const, let's call it fetch user, right? So we're going to use the data caching. Okay, data caching means you just need to fetch one time, and then later you're going to, as long as you are in the same session, right, you're going to use the data from the memory. And there is something called I think we are not using this thing. something called cache in the React, right? Okay, there is cache already here. Okay, so we have imported, I don't know where we are using that cache. We are using somewhere here, maybe not, right? But fine, we have the cache, so let's use that. So we're gonna call the cache, right? Cache, this is the function from the React, okay, and that will take a callback function and it will return the data, right? Maybe the promise, okay, let's call it promise. So what we need is this cache function, we have to pass the ID later, okay? So that will be, let's call it issue ID, right? That is a number, okay? Number in our case is a string because our ID is a string, right? So that is fine. And what I'm going to do now is we have to call the Prisma dot issue, same thing to find the data, right? Find unique, and there we're going to pass where I believe ID colon, right? And that will be the ID is basically this ID, okay? This issue ID here. So let's pass that and issue ID, right? Done. So this is all in one, right? I mean, you can break it down, put return and all that, right? But this will return promise, okay? So that's why when we fetching data here, we're not putting any async await. You can do that, no problem, but it's gonna give us promise. And in our code here, right, because we have async await already, what we will do is we'll replace all this with that fetch function, fetch user or whatever, right? And fetch issue, maybe not user. So, and here we have to pass that ID params dot ID, because from this params we're gonna get ID, right? And you do the same thing for other place also here. So we delete that and await fetch. Oh man, that is too much. Let's delete this. That is all right. So yeah, so that is good. I hope this will work. Let me restart this project, right? And then we're gonna talk about deploying. Control C, yes. So npm run development. Let's finger cross and hope this will work. Yeah, let's go back here now, right, in our code. And okay, so we are in dashboard, right? So if you look at here now, issue tracker dashboard, look at that already in the title, right? So let's check in the our DOM, right? So I want to go back here in the head meta. Let's see if I can find the description also somewhere. That is look at here, meta name description, view a summary of the project issue, right? Look at that, and there is a title. See, so now this is already for a search engine. For every page we have the title and description. So if I go back to the issue, you're gonna see now, right? Also this will change automatically. So description, view all project issued list. Look at here, that is description, title is issue list, right? And also change on the top here. See that? Good. Okay, let's open one of the details page, right? So I will go to this one, bug 11, and that should change also, right? Okay, so title is bug 11, and description is details of issue, and that is the ID number there, right? See, so we're getting everything perfectly fine. Okay guys, so that is all about this project. We're gonna commit first, and then we're gonna look at the way of hosting for now, right? So we're not gonna, yeah, I think this is good enough for now, right? So add meta tag, right? Meta, what do you call that? Meta, what was the name, what was the name of this topic? Adding meta, right? Data. Okay, so before we go production, right, I want to, what we're going to do now is this is the environment variable, right? So next env, what is here? So let me check now, right? Let's see, we have, I will delete, because this will not, this is not in our, okay, let's delete that, right? This is what we are using, let's delete, no need. That is our URL, that is fine. For MongoDB we're going to use the same thing, and I can leave all that. So if always make sure, right, in your git ignore that is ignored. Okay, so where is the env file? Env local, oh man, so we must make it dot env, right? Also you have to ignore that. Okay, so normally in the, sometimes in the production, right, what you see people doing is there will be one file, right, and that will be like dot, like what are the environment variable there in this project, right? You can call it like dot env dot example, right, like that, something like that you're gonna see. Okay, I think that is fine, right? Dot env, I think, I don't know how that written, right? Let's see. Yeah, that is fine, that dot env dot example, right? So in here what we do is we will just copy this environment variable all. Okay, just copy that, right? So that tells that these are the environment, but we delete, right? We don't need to put all this one. Okay, you can leave the localhost, no problem, delete that, so they know what to get, right, and put here. Okay, save. Fine. So now let's commit one time, add dot env dot example. Okay, good to go. Now next step is what, we, because we have already our project in the in our, where, in our GitHub, right? So if someone, I mean, I'm sure you all having the, you are all working in the GitHub, so issue tracker, that is the one, right? So we're gonna host this. Fine, let's go to the Vercel and try, right? Okay, so here what I will do, add new project, project, right? Then I have to find the issue tracker, I don't have here, so I will click add from GitHub account, and I will sign in with this one. So that is one here, confirm, and then I will go down and look for the project. So select repository, and that will be issue tracker. Click on that, and that is added already right here in the list. Okay, so save now, and we go here now, right? So issue tracker is imported now, right? Import. So I just need to change maybe some stuff here, right? So let me check here, the build output setting, first one here. So I will say override this, because we are using what, we are using the Prisma also. Okay, so we must put npx Prisma db that push, right? Not push. Yeah, so I think that will be enough, right? npx Prisma db push, so we can leave it like that. Okay, npx Prisma db push, right? So let's leave it like that. That is fine. That's npx prisma 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 db push next build, and now is environment variable, right? So we're gonna go here, right, in our env and copy all that. Okay, let's copy that. Okay, and what we can do is just click on this and paste, and look at here, right, all are added here. So make sure, right, we don't have this dot. Okay, if you have quotation mark, make sure you delete that, you no need. So this will, when you add like this, right, it is already removed. Okay, that is no more. Next URL we have to put here our letter when the website is created, the URL from there, the domain, right? Secret, Google ID, Google clients secret is here. Yeah, next secret, I mean, we can create these things also, right? If you want, you can create Google ID and Google secret, that is for the Gmail, our from the Gmail, right, Google Cloud. But this one you can change, right? I mean, we can change this secret if you want. Okay, you know how to generate, basically in the terminal, right? If you go to the terminal, and remember last time I think SSL something you have to type, so you can generate and put there. So yeah, I think, let me generate, right? Let me see, let me try that. I don't remember the code, so I think man, I don't remember. Okay, so let's leave it, right? No problem, just leave it, I will change later. I know we have in our GitHub here, right? I know we have here, so I don't see. For now, let's leave it, let's continue with our work. Okay, I will just leave it what is there, but it's better to change this one. Fine, so this is done now, right? All these things is set up, everything is okay. I think so. Just click on deploy for now. So once this is deployed, we're gonna get the URL, right? We have to change here, and also we need to change in our cloud Google. Okay, later, right? So do that. So finger cross and hope this will work, because last time I suffered a lot, right, when I was trying to host while I was practicing this. But I figured out today, right? I'm hopeful this will work. Okay, I did not host, but I was just in my mind, right, I was just getting through the simple way to do this, but I did not practice. So let's wait. So already there is error, right? Oh my god, I should have done the build right earlier. So there is already error, right? So it's not gonna work. Fine, guys, so this is all, I mean, this is the hosting, right? So I will let you know. Okay, I'm gonna fix this. What I will do now, right, here is npx run build. Okay, let's check what is the problem now, right? So mismatch is not found. What is that? Mini match file pattern will, so see, there is something already excluded by your git ignore, will not monitor diff dot file, right? Will not monitor dot file, mini match file pattern. I don't know what is that. So this is I believe what I have done, right? routes min match, let's say db mongodb, everything looks okay. So let me check. Okay, so let me run this, right? What I'm gonna do is I will delete this for now. But this is all the process, right? I think you guys can try. When you build, it will it will just gonna go through, and the only thing is we're gonna change the link, right? So just give me maybe 2-3 more minutes. If this work will be better, so npm run build. Oh, npx, not npm, right? Sorry. Okay, so new issue, there is like this is large file. Okay, so that work now, right? So let me push it. Okay, git add commit dash m. So everything looks okay. Okay guys, so there is error, right? It's still same thing. So what I will do, I'm going to fix this, and then I'm going to deploy, and I'll let you know. Okay, so for now let's stop. Thank you very much. But that is just fixing the hosting, right? The rest is